What's up, guys? Cool here. So, I was like wanting to wait for the new update on October 24, but it's not now. It's already 8 plus. There's still no update to the database, Torchlight Infinite database. So I just released this. So I dropped a Google document for the SS6 Selena from story to Timemark. Mostly it's Timemark 7, and it's not a guide. This is just a reference for those new players have no idea what to use. It's not a guide because we need to get into the game, then I can create a guide. So right now it's all theory crafting. So like you can look through all of it. Maybe there's some typo here and there. So we go play Selena, right? There's a bud and loud sound, bud state and loud sound. Bud state means we are in mermaid form. Loud sound means we are in human forms. And it was at minus 30%. They changed it to minus 20%. This one for our channel skill. So it's a buff. So it's still not bad. And maybe early stage, if you can't kill the bosses, then maybe we'll think of changing to loud sound, like the human form. But I don't think we want to keep changing the mode. And for the hero trial, right? Hero trait, it's like I always say the wrong one. This level 45 undersea ballet. This is for Ring of Ice for throwing the bubble. So we will choose the second one. For channeling skill, we are born with this one, Wave Array. And then for bud state, we just go with these two. So left and right. Like let me show. So for Selena hero trait, right? This is the left side, this is right side. So to go bud state, we just go for the right side. Sorry. Yeah, this is left, this is right. So we go for the right side. I will say like 2 skill. Other than these 2 skill, there's still other. But right now, most people will want to use these 2 skill because they have a better damage and they are much more easy to get to clear the story chapter. If you reach Timemark 7, you can change your skill to, for example, the Scorching Beans. When we get the new support skill for the Scorching Beans, maybe I think of changing it. But right now, it's like the way I look at it, this mostly is Howling Gale or Icebound Wind. So Howling Gale, we will like use the. This is like change the name, quick decision. I wonder if they still minus the mana consume. I know that it increase the cast speed. Use this for cast speed. And then control spell. If you use control spell, don't get crit rate. And then Tendo Last Slicer. At level 22, we change to Overload. Overload and Grudge or something. This is to get Curse. If you don't have Curse, then you can use neither. Mostly is like these two. At level 20, we will get Curse. After we get Curse, then we can use this. The Grudge have a new update, is adding Paralyze. And then Spell. So if you count, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 link. Element Destruction. So next season, Curse. It's best to have 2 Curse. 1 Curse at level 20 is 39% additional damage. So it's best to get 2 Curse. And then for Icebound's Beam, the damage came from the projectile, it's not from the beam. When you have more beam, the beam will convert into projectile, but it don't take projectile quality. For the multiple projectile, we can change to channel preparation at level 27, or you can use the Grudge. When we have the Curse, at level 55, you can think of change to this refracted primes. for better beam length. These have to try out. But yeah, here you also can add the overload. Overload should be also not bad on the Icebound beam. That have to test it out. And it's also the same. At level 20 we use curse. Just choose one at the beginning. And then we use Inkbud for more flat damage. For the spell damage, thunder and fire. Like, I'm not sure how many mana seal it will be. So if we still have enough, we can use Summon Thunder Spirit or Flame Spirit. And then at level 50, we will change to Freak Domain. Freak Domain, when we change, right, I think it should be able to use one Summon Thunder. And this path, right, Howling Gale, we can, at level 20, we can convert our damage. Here, at level 30, we can convert physical damage to cold on the talent. Then here you can like even use the Acuteness Inkbud. But Acuteness Inkbud, the apply of damage is not really high. It only not endgame. Maybe when we reach the Timemark, you can think of using that for the Howling Gale. And then leveling item that is good, you can look it through. This shoe is very good, but it's only good until story chapter 2, early few map in chapter 2. And then your damage will start to drop after you get the further behind of chapter 2. Then it's time for us to change the shoe. Don't really need to go farm for it. Like, if it drop when you're running around, then it's good. Like, don't really need to go farm for it. And the Elemental Whistle Belt is also good. And then for Lonesome, it's like all the added damage, like added fire, added cold, added lightning. The damage is very low. They nerf it. Like, it's much more lower than past season. So Lonesome maybe help at a bit at the early stage, like story chapter 1 or 2. I'm not sure is it very good at the when we reach Timemark. And then the Pentagon is one of the best one. If we can get 2 to 3 spell damage effects, it's good. If you're lucky, you can get 4 to 5, then damn, it's much better. For me, it's for survive. I like to use the Desire or Survive. For more survive, like get killed from the when our life lower to 35%, we restore 65% max life with a cooldown 20 seconds. And then the shoe for more regen. For the side, 6 foresight, right? It gives a lot of flat damage. Like, this is much more better than the drop weapon. Drop weapon tier 5, tier 7 is very low. It's lower than this. Marksman Bracer is for the Icebound beam. And then for legendary gear, that is good. Oversight, I'm not sure how much expensive this will be. And then Undying Fate we can use. Heavy wear also for much more tanky, like because of gear max life, EOC resistant. Here the enemy can get additional damage and we reduce damage. Vortex Heart is mostly for Howling Gale. Like this Focus Strike, you also can get it on the Pregame of the God. So this is not really needed, but at the early stage it help. And then these 2 legendary ring will be like fucking expensive. There's a way to farm the minimum channel stack, like getting under the void charge, get all the treasure chests. That's one is the enemy, no, the boss on the map can spawn extra chests. Yeah, there's a few chests that you can spawn. There's a void chart. Maybe I will go figure out when the game start. And then for truth, I don't think this will be cheap because it add so many skill, 4 skill. And this is a good for Howling Gale. Light Hunter belt, when we are starting to go for max energy shield, then we'll think about it. If at an early stage to Timemark 7, if we are still using max life, don't really need Light Hunter belt. And this is for Icebound's beam. Eternity, to get more damage and movement speed. I think I will try to get these. Blind Vision and Howling Wing is a good combo to be used on the Icebound Bean. And the rest is like all I just wrote it down. You can like look through it, like all the effects. This is for leveling effects, and for the hero memory, right? Intelligent, cast speed, movement speed, damage. For me, if we really want to increase our farming speed, 3 move speed. Like 3 is it's 120% movement speed. But I can say this will be freaking expensive because every car one needed for movement speed to convert to damage, I think. So for weapon crafting, like all these effects, you can go take a look. This is just a reference. It's not that you must follow what I wrote down. This is just all help for us to get the damage from. When the game go live, maybe on the first day or second day, I will make a guide for Selena. But which skill I use, I'm not really sure. Because I'm not really sure which one is better. And for the necklace, if you are going for the 30 trick, oh yeah, I skipped this part, forgot. So for the Selena, Howling, Gale, this is Knowledge and Warlock. So when we go to, because the max roll is still updating, that's why there's no Selena here. And they update the talent tree, so we only look at talent tree path. The rest is don't bother with it because I check it out, it's still updating. So just use this as reference. This part is for reference to see for some new player that have no idea what skill to use, or for player that didn't really play spell skill. This the all this at the back. When we get 30 tricks, to use 30 trick, you need to get the craft necklace base effects at tank base alignment damage. Oops. So it's like I wrote it down, like change these to penetrating when we have 7 focus blessing. Like please check. And that's one thing that is important is the I didn't wrote it down. This path, translucence for Icebound's bean. Later I will wrote it down. For Icebound's bean, this translucence, if you have to look closely, 20% additional cold damage if you have their lightning damage. So on our equipment, that's why I have this skill. I know that we are doing cold, right? But here has a thunder. So after that, if you remove it at level 50, under your equipment there or under somewhere, you must get lightning damage. If we don't get lightning damage, we can't get this 20% cold damage, additional cold damage. And then for Icebound's beam, we don't need max channel stack. So this one is defense. At the early stage of the game, we don't really need to go for defense yet. So it's like this translucence, when we want to use it, remember that we need lightning damage. Later I will write it down. And yeah, this part. And for the Icebound's beam, there's 2 routes. One is go for Knowledge and Warlock. The second one is Knowledge and Marksman. If you go for Marksman here, if you have the Howling Wing necklace, you can change the Gale to the Mind Flow. And new support, only these 3. So this is for mapping. Another one, the swipe is for single target. And then the third slot only have 1. There's one more. Oh, that is under the Icebound Bean. So for Icebound's Bean, there's only 2. Third slot and the 5th slot. There's one more, it's called Icebound Bean Ring Blade. Not going to use it because the cooldown is too long. And for leveling, like all these effects, mostly is like we will go for intelligent. Intelligent is so much better than damage. And then all the recommended, this is all recommended. There's one thing that is very good is under our crafting belt, right? Minus additional damage taken at low mana. This is one of the best reduced damage that we have in game. It's an ultimate FX. So I'm not sure how hard it is to craft this. And if you look up here, I also forgot to say, we can only craft 2 base FX, 2 advanced, 2 ultimate. So when you look through it, you can go to the craft section under the Torchlight Infinite database to check it out also. Like we only can get 2 basic, 2 advanced and 2 ultimate. So it's like most of the effects that is good for us, I already list it down. So it's like the rest is we have to adjust to what we really need. Everyone will be different. So, and then for the Divinity slate and Legendary slate, right? Max channel stack. For Howling Gale, just get a lot of max channel stack. But I tell you, it will be expensive. Spell skill level also, physical skill level also, all skill level also. Only max focus blessing, we only can get 1. So for the normal Divinity slate, spell skill level, focus blessing. And then the rest you can like try to get it from the normal Divinity slate or the legendary one. And max energy shield, intelligent. That's one is like every channel stack plus 6% damage. This is very low damage. It helped at the early stage but not endgame. And then for Icebound's Beam, we also get max focus blessing stack. We only can get 1. Plus 1 spell skill level, core level, all skill level, max energy shield, intelligent. And there's one like this one plus 6 max energy shield per 5 intelligent. Can use it on the Howling Gale also. And then for the legendary state, core talent, preparation, like all these I laid it down. Maybe there's other that's good. And for the aura, is my goal is like trying to get these 3 to work, but I'm not sure how many seal compensation there is. So because like element resistance is one of the best survive, aura and energy fortress also. Freak domain is one of the best damage dealer, damage aura. So this one we'll have to see, man, for the aura side. And that basically it. So just look through it, and tomorrow when you start to play, you can use this as a reference so that you don't get stuck by have no idea which skill to use. Just remember that all this noted down, and that basically it. I will keep it short. So if there's any update, I will try to update this spreadsheet also. So if you guys have any questions, just comment down below. I try my best to reply. Thank you guys for watching. See ya. Bye bye.